So we're going to start tonight. We're going to, when I get my stop share, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to invite Matt. Do you want to come on, please? You want to unmute yourself, Matt?
Yeah, good evening, Chris. Good evening, Andrea, and everyone.
Hey, Matt. So, hey, listen, buddy, do you want to just share with us your story?
Yeah, love to, and thank you for the opportunity to share it tonight. My story sort of begins with in connection with a really great couple that are also in LifeWave, and Anthony and Haley were friends of ours, and we knew them for a shared interest in investing in precious metals, and so Anthony just put it in front of me one day. Said, "Matt, you've got to consider this LifeWave patch and look into it. Keen to journey through it with you." And I did. It's something that I he sent me some information, and I just looked at it, and I knew pretty well straight away that this is something I needed to try. And our families had some health challenges, and for me personally, we've had a lot of shifts and changes in the last 12 months. My health wasn't the greatest, and so we were keen, and we said to Anthony, "Look, get us on board. We'll sign up." So we got our patches in the mail one day, and we said to Janine, my wife, who's on tonight as well, let's get them on. And we're sitting on the couch. My in-laws were visiting, and I start sort of within 20 minutes, I could feel some warmth in this patch. And I start sort of just wriggling around on my seat. And I said to Janine, because I've suffered a lot of back pain, being a farmer for 25 plus years, bouncing around in tractor cabs. I don't know if there's any other farmers on here tonight that can relate. And turning around always over my right shoulder. I had a right hip issue that required constant going to the chiropractor to get manipulated and sorted out every fortnight. It stopped me from sleeping well and being comfortable. And so within 20 minutes, this patch had actually drawn out this ache that I've had, I would say, for 15 years. And I said to Janine, you wouldn't believe this. Like I like to consider myself as a pragmatic guy, being a man off the land, and I like to call things the way they are. I said, this ache is gone, like it's unbelievable. And I got up and stretched it out, and I said, it's shifted this pain. So that in itself was just huge for myself personally. But what as we journeyed along, we just found, wake up in the morning and you can jump out of bed. And in the past, I'd also jump out of bed and crack like a glow stick. There'd be things cracking, and instead of glowing, I'd be groaning. But now I get up and I've got this freedom in movement. Like the inflammation in my lower back has sort of must have gone down. I've got a lot more just freedom to move and be active, and even notice with my work now, I travel for extended periods of time, and I can jump out of the car after 3 hours feeling fresh and not stiff, and as I get out of the car, I've got full range of movement. So for me, it's just been wonderful, and I guess on top of that, just the ability to get a really good night's rest, a deep sleep where I wake up feeling rested. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a lot of hours of sleep, but I still wake up having slept very deeply, dreaming a lot, but feeling rested as I wake up. And so, also sort of in another business that I've kicked off in the last 8 months, and I found I used to have a lot of brain fog that even caffeine couldn't shift. And so as we've journeyed through on this patch, we've been on it for approximately 7 weeks, I think now. Just clarity of thought, my ability to focus, and my ability to be productive in those hours of the day. I don't know how other people find it, but from about 1 to 3 p.m., I can still get things done that I need to get done. Where in the past I found it a real struggle to focus and be efficient in those hours. So for myself personally, it's just been a game changer for my family. I've got 3 boys and a beautiful wife, and Ryder's our middle son, and he for the last 18 months has been struggling with I guess you'd call it a type of chronic fatigue, to the extent that he couldn't go to school and missed all of year 10. He'd find himself sleeping sort of 18 hours a day and then waking up exhausted even after that period. And we've gone through naturopaths. We've looked into every avenue that we possibly knew of. And while we saw some little gains, he wasn't able to get back to the quality of life and experience all a 16-year-old should be able to experience. And his journey on these patches, while I wouldn't say he's 100% back to where he was, he's just a different boy. He sleeps. He doesn't need to sleep as much. He's waking up looking fresher. He has taken up driving again, where he didn't have the energy, and it's just been so much more engaging with us and others. Because he's got the energy to give. And for many of us that are perhaps introverts, we need energy to be able to give out. So it's been Chris and Andrea, we're stoked. Like we've been praying for breakthroughs in our health and for our boys as well. And this has really helped us. And what it does, it reignites hope where there was no hope, and expands our horizons once again, because we feel the best versions of ourselves that we have for a long time.
It's beautiful.
Hey, it is beautiful, Matt. There's two stories in there, isn't there? You know, what it's done for you, what it's done for your son. And for those that are relatively new on, Matt is what we call a one-patch wonder. So the first patch hit him, which is fantastic. We love one-patch wonders. For me, I sort of took about 5 weeks before, and now that you're about 4 or so. But hey, to get that result in one patch, what a fantastic result, Matt. So
and as parents, we just want our children to be well and happy and do what they should be doing at that age. So that's great. That's great that he's got all that energy back again.
Yeah, that's fair. We got our kids on it too, by the way. Yeah, and it's made some big changes. So, hey, thank you, Matt. Really appreciate it, buddy. Great story.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Hey, awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.